Hey, Spiritual View family, good morning and welcome in. It is Monday, September 16th, and I am just, as usual, beaming with joy. I love Mondays. And here we are at the start of a new week, and we are in the eclipse energy. Likely you started feeling this energy last couple days ago, maybe Thursday, Friday, things started popping off in your environment, in your existence. But we are definitely in the energy of this partial lunar eclipse that's happening tomorrow in the sign of Pisces. And as I've said on past videos, and I'm going to keep saying it, this eclipse has legs. It is foreshadowing things that will be changing in the Pisces and Virgo axis of your life, especially given that the nodes are here and they change to that axis in January of next year. So with that said, welcome in. If you are a regular or new here, but welcome back if you are a regular. I am Marsha, aka Salty Mama from Salty Mama Soul Tribe, and I have joined with 6 other wonderful women. We form a group of 7 tarot readers. We have a number of other modalities that we bring forth with our spiritual gifts. We talk astrology, numerology, Akashic records. We go very, very deep in many modalities. So hopefully, if that's of interest to you, you will subscribe. I do have an announcement later, so if you stick around to the end, I will be telling you how you can enter the drawing this week for a free reading. So stick around for that. But I've made some notes today because I do want to kind of stay on track with this eclipse theme. So I am going to go through the zodiac wheel, all of the signs. I will timestamp those down below for the purposes of myself and really everybody else on this channel. We practice Western astrology. So you're going to want to listen for your sun sign, your rising sign, and particularly your moon sign. Again, the nodes of the moon, the fated, destined changes that happen in our life that are tied to that, the nodes of the moon, those will be shifting in January, but to the same axis. So your moon sign is how you're processing your emotions. And I think it's going to be very relevant to listen to that during this time. Also, cross-watching is welcomed and probably encouraged, if you ask me. And that is because I certainly believe that the more you know about yourself, about how astrology works and how it applies to the people around you, the more you can shine your light and stay grounded for others and help onboard them along the spiritual path. That's what everybody is here to do in one way, shape, or form. So again, like I said, we've got this eclipse tomorrow. I'm testing out a new camera today. I see it's auto-focusing back and forth there. So hopefully it's not going to make anybody ill with the autofocusing. But anyway, eclipse tomorrow. So I'm advising do your spiritual work today. For me, what that looks like is really leaning into some quiet meditation. I have planned later this afternoon a walking meditation. The things that have come up already, I'm going to let them process through my body and just flow out. It's going to be the heat of the afternoon. I'm going to sweat out, use that Mars energy to just let it work through me, flow through me, get out into nature and just expect the wondrous miracles and magic that are there to just benefit me. I know that it's all conspiring for my benefit. But really a walking meditation in gratitude. And like I said, working it through my body. Later on, I do plan to, I'm probably going to have, a regular supply of Epsom salt being sent my way, sea salts and Epsom salts being sent my way. But I think a wonderful soaking bath later by candlelight, tapping into the Neptune energy, tapping into the Pisces energy. If you know about numerology, the step numbers, kind of how the degree numbers work, and they're all pinging at 7. 7, such a spiritual number. We've got 25 degrees of Pisces. We've got the moon in play, Earth in play, Saturn's there, all at these 25 degrees that come to a net 7. So, yeah, lucky 7s all across the board. That tells me no matter what happens in your life, it's lucky, it's fated, it's destined, it's for your benefit. Give praise and thanks now, okay? That really is going to be a wonderful way to work through and with this energy. So having said that, another reason I'm doing my ritual work today, I'm just checking my notes, is because tomorrow when you wake up, the moon will be aspected by Saturn. Not always fun energy. And my notes here, I put that from that point on, the karmic energy shift, it just intensifies. It's like walking up the stairs, tick, tick, tick. It just intensifies from there. And I want to explain that some people are going to be feeling left behind, okay? Like tower moments are happening, they're not working with the energy, things they set in motion, they didn't bring to fruition. And so the manifestations that started back in the Pisces season that come to fruition in Virgo now, you know, there's something that went awry in that process. And I just want to tell you that while Pluto is in Capricorn right now, but moving back into Aquarius, you know, everything is shifting in those outer planets. You're going to have the better part of 20 years. So every year when this cycle comes around, you've got another opportunity to level up that spirituality, okay? And I can tell you that it's akin to, you know, birthing anything. Like I said, it's from the Pisces to Virgo season. So in Pisces, we start anything, whether it's a project, moving, going off to college, or actually giving birth. It starts in this embryonic stage, right? And then it really takes life and takes form, takes action to come into consciousness in the Aries season. In the Taurus season of our life, we're finding our roots, we're being nurtured, we're receiving loving energy, all the gifts and luxuriousness of those first newborn days of anything, the excitement, all of that. And then we move into, you know, the walking and the talking, the learning, the environment, immediate neighborhood and environment around us in the Gemini season. We move on to the nurturing and discipline that comes along with Cancer. And then we kind of take projects or take ourselves or children as they go through stages, kind of step out into the world with courage in the Leo season of their life. And then you become what you started manifesting, you become that in the Virgo time. So if something hasn't manifested the way you had envisioned earlier this year, then just know that next year you get another chance to do that again. And the people around you as well. So, you know, you're going to notice that people are going to stay on the struggle bus. They're not making the ascension with you. And it's the time where you just can't help them anymore. They'll find their path. And if not, we'll meet up with them later, send them off in love and light. Okay. So let's see, moving on to my notes. Okay, coming back to, you know, really want to emphasize the fact that the eclipse season is foreshadowing the change of the nodal axis to the Pisces and Virgo axis, and that's going to last for about 18 months. And this is part of a much larger eclipse cycle. It's called a Saros cycle. The last two of which that were significant would have occurred in your life back between 2005 and 2006. And then there would have been another peak in the energy, although opposite, right? Virgo Pisces would have occurred in 2015 and 2016. So as I go through the houses and I talk about what area of life this is happening for each of the signs, think back to about 10 years ago, about 18 years ago, same areas of your life back and forth would have been firing off as well. This one is much more significant because, as I've alluded to myself, many other astrologers, and many other readers on this channel, the nodal axis, the outer planets are changing in and around this 6-month period into the new year, about the same time these nodal axis is changing. So I already mentioned that Saturn's coming into the mix a little bit with the moon tomorrow. Saturn's been in Pisces for a while, really doing the work of transforming that area of your life. We've got Mars in play in Cancer. That's going to be significant because I think mostly of the length of the stay of Mars there, when you include the retrograde. You've got Neptune in play here as the ruler of Pisces, again, another net 7. Uranus is in play. And lest we forget, we've got Jupiter and Pluto. Y'all, it's big. The shift is big. So, as I mentioned, there is a focus with lunar eclipses on shadow. And that is because if you know anything about how eclipses work, or let's just back it up one step behind that, and that is, in astrology, the sun represents you. It's your outward projection of how you show up out into the world. It's the self, and it shines and projects towards the moon, and it illuminates the moon that then shines and projects its energy directly back to us at Earth. Okay, but the moon reflects the sun through our emotions. It reflects ourself back to us, our intuition. That's how that cycle works in a very simplistic sense. When there is a lunar eclipse and the Earth is in between the sun and the moon, what happens is the moon gets shadowed. So what is being reflected back to us? Our shadow, okay? And since this is a partial eclipse, like a little dog bite out of the moon, you're only getting a partial glimpse as to how this is going to play out in the bigger cycle of things. But hey, forewarned is forearmed is how I see it. So just take that into account as we go through the signs. Let me see if there's anything else I want to say. Okay, other than, no, I think that's it. Let's get into the reading. So I've spread out some tarot cards. I've got the Moonology deck here as well for oracle cards. I'm going to go around the zodiac sign. I'm going to let you know which house this partial lunar eclipse is happening for you. Again, according to Western astrology, please, please, please look at your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign for these forecasts and predictions. I'm going to take a quick drink. And we will get into it. The questions that we are asking, as I mentioned earlier, is, or maybe I didn't, so let's just recap that. 2 questions for each sign. What is my shadow reflecting back to me that needs a clearing? And how do I release it? So I'm going to put that in front of me, so I just keep that in the forefront of my intentions. If she will stay there, we shall see. There we go. And Pisces, honeys, since this is your eclipse, let's start with you. It's happening in your first house, okay? So what is the shadow reflecting back to you in your first house that needs to be released? Let's see. Which one wants to come? I like you right there. 6 of Swords. This is a transition period, Pisces, okay? That is the true sign of letting go. So obviously something in your perception of yourself needs to be released. Moving on and accepting lessons. So something in your outward projection of yourself will be absolutely, completely transformed. Okay, it is your first house. But moving on to calmer waters, I love that for you. I think this is a time to just go inward and accept with gratitude, the blessings that come over the next 18 months to 2 years. I love that. This is also Aquarius energy. An air sign. Releasing thoughts of the past that no longer serve us. We look at the symbolism of the swords, completely turning your back. 6 months, 6 swords. Break them down one at a time. Leave them behind, okay? Wow, I really love that for you. How are we going to release these self-defeating thoughts? What's going to help us? How do we release this? Ooh, well, we're integrating those lessons. This is the World card. This is a big change for you, Pisces, as it is going to be for everybody, okay? But you especially, you and Virgo, a lot of the mutable signs as well. I could go on and on. Listen, everybody's going to be affected by this. You are going to see that you are completing a cycle. Oh, I'm sorry about the focus here. You're completing a cycle, okay? And it's faded. It's the World card. We're moving on and finding our new sense of belonging, our new self, our new sense of self. And I love that for you. So let's get a Moonology card for our lovely Pisces. I like you right there. Don't let pride get in your way, okay? Full moon in Leo. So the self, the ego, I know it's hard to let it go. The 2 and the 5, I mentioned this when in the 25-degree Pisces partial lunar eclipse, it's at that 25-degree mark. And the 2 and the 5, if you can work with those together, so it's the mind and the heart, you want to apply the heart back to the mind to elevate to the 7. Okay, 25 may be a higher number, but when you reduce it down, the 2 and the 5, you're elevating to the 7, that spiritual number. But don't let your pride get in your way. This is a necessary transformation. Something about your look, how you're seen in the world, how you show up in the world. You've got to turn your back on it. Know that, just look at the bigger picture. Okay, it is for your benefit. The planets would not line up like this if they didn't have something wonderful in store, and you would not have decided to incarnate at this time in human consciousness, okay, if you didn't and couldn't summon the courage to drop the ego, okay? All right, Pisces, I hope that's helpful for you. Let's move on to Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, this is happening in your 2nd house, 2 and 2, as Chuck Woolery used to say. I'm certainly dating myself with that one. But anyway, okay. I love Chuck Woolery. Which one wants to come out and play for Pisces? I like you right there. What is your shadow trying to reflect back to you that needs releasing? And we came with Page of Cups. Okay, my lovely Aquarians. This is your inner child, okay? This is a little bit of idealism, excuse me, having your head in the clouds, let me say it that way. Full of possibilities, but Aquarius, we can't have the age of Aquarius without you. We need you to level up from this page state. We love you, but it's time to take the leadership. So I feel like you're moving into, leaving behind, the shadow is coming back to you, that you are ready. Okay, this wonderful naivete, detachment that you have, really giving us a new curious way of seeing things. That's great. but now it's time to lead, step into the leadership. So I feel like for you, you're leaving behind and making no apologies for it. I just got, that Page of Cups sometimes is an apology. And you don't need to make apologies for leaving that part of your life behind, healing those inner child wounds so that you can move on and level up. Okay. What do you need to release in order for this clearing to happen? Oh, how do I release it? I'm sorry, is the question. How? Well, looky there, sweet Aquarians, your card. Be yourself. Just be yourself. Hope, healing, renewal in a just unique way that spreads out to the community. You see the spreading out there in that star. You also see the pouring of the water bearer spreading out the ideas to the community. Water is the sustenance of life. You can live without food, but you cannot live without water. So there you go. Wow. Page of Cups and Star. Let's get a Moonology card for our lovely Aquarians. What am I feeling? You right there. Yep. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. And that is, couldn't be truer than true for my sweet Aquarians. Okay. We're asking you to step out as leaders. We need you to communicate your unique self and ideas to us and show us the way. I just got that mirroring effect with the twins happening there. We talked about the shadow reflecting back to us. If you show us the way, communicate to us the way, we can mirror it back to you in this age of Aquarius. So, wow, I love that. Super positive, Aquarius. I hope that is helpful. Please come back and keep us posted. Let's move on to Capricorn. I'm going to take a quick drink. Capricorn, my Cappies. What is shadow reflecting back to you that needs a clearing in your third house? So third house is your siblings, your neighbors, your neighborhood, local travel, things of that nature. If I didn't mention second house, Aqua, I'm sorry. That's your values and your money. Those kinds of second house related things. I apologize. Okay. Capricorn, third house. We're all talking about, like I said, neighbors, siblings, neighborhood, local travel, communication, writing, the internet, those kinds of things. What is being reflected back to you that needs a clearing in that third house? You popped up. We have 10 of Cups. So releasing some kind of love relationship, love, domestic joy at one point. It's come to an end of a cycle, right? Tens are endings. Yeah, I just noticed for the very first time that there's actually a child right in the middle of that. So my lovely Capricorns, third house, communications. This could be about younger siblings. It's definitely relational, in close family relationships. I think what you're releasing is some kind of, or what needs to be released is there was love and support that has reached a point where you've grown as much as you can grow with that love and support. Okay. It's time for you to step out and away from that onto your own. This could very much be someone, like I said, going off to college, somebody getting married, leaving a parental home. This could also speak to a separation, but a separation that is going to be bathed with divine love. So necessary, but divinely meant to happen. All right, let's get another card. How do we release this? I feel this is very much an attachment to a love and support network that you've had that's changing. Like I said, tens are ending. So how do we do that? Giving and receiving, Six of Pentacles. Okay. Tangible ways, right? You're just going to work out the nitty gritty of help and generosity. This feels very task oriented to me. So perhaps working out details of a separation, working out details of a move, working out details of planning for a birth, something like that is going on in that third house for you. I'm also getting, eclipses, anything can happen. So sharing what you have with the community right around you, whether that's knowledge or resources. Do you know what I just thought of? Oh my goodness. If you are releasing a long-term relationship, okay, having some kind of estate sale, okay, that came to mind just then. All right, Capricorn, let's get a Moonology card for you. We come with the Cardinal Moon. Well, be bold and make the first move. Yes, yes. Capricorn, don't be afraid to climb the mountain. Be bold. Look at that, a bite right out of the moon. So I feel like this is very poignantly just telling you that this is the time, the cycle is ended. There's nothing to be afraid of. The universe is supporting you. If nothing else, you're going to stay grounded and balanced through it, which I love that for you. This cardinal energy of initiation, I love that for you, Cappy. So lean into that, and hopefully that's helpful. Next, we have Saggy. Okay, my Saggies, fourth house, house of home and family. What is shaken? Hopefully not the actual foundation, but you never know. Figuratively, literally, Saggies, I'm with you. I'm a Saggy sun, so I know this axis well in my fourth house. And I'll just turn it off for now and share some personal stories at another time. Let's see, which card wants to come out and play for us? Oh, there you go. Split. Whoa, Hierophant. Our beliefs. Saggy, holding on to some conventional beliefs that are not serving you. That shadow. So, and this also speaks to education. I know Saggies love to learn, love that higher education, but you know enough now is what I'm hearing. You've got the wisdom, and transforming that belief system, you need to let go of the old and let that belief system continue to be molded and transformed right now. In your home situation, like I said, this is very likely either moving home, feeling like you need to move home, or you need to see parents. The belief system that they instilled in you all those cycles ago that is still coming up for you. With gratitude, you want to take those lessons, but release your just attachment to those old kind of worn out, dated beliefs. Okay. How is Saggy going to release this? Release the old beliefs around home and family. I'm inclined to say that if you know a Saggy, you know that not unlike many other signs, but Sagittarius in particular, the majority of, if not all of their karma that they work through long into 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond stems from family. Just a shitty family. That is part of the story of Sagittarius, which is why they spring, they adventure, they leave the home. But sometimes those beliefs, right, they stay with us and we don't even realize it. But really releasing that right now, Saggy, those creating a brand new home and family for yourself that is more stable and grounded in what you truly believe. Okay, how is Saggy going to do this? I like you right there. Aw, Saggy, love is coming. Or loving yourself, unifying your masculine and feminine energy, the light with the dark. Notice we've got the two pillars here, we've got the hands here, the light, the dark, the balanced. But Two of Cups is, mutual attraction and love, close bonds, and unity. So could be also joining forces with someone who shares in this new belief system. Could be that in releasing the old pattern, a new, you step into the spiritual guru wisdom, and in the cup energy, that creativity flows out of you and affects someone else, right? I would love to see that happen for you. All right, let's pull Saggy, a Moonology card. Yes, yes. Who wants you right there? I see that shadow. A mutable moon. Mutable sign. Nothing is set in stone. Is that so true for Saggy? Oh my God, I love you guys. Look at that ocean. Okay. My Saggies, this next 18 months to 2 years, let it flow and let it go. Okay. You may see, you are going to see your beliefs evolve and change and peak, ebb and flow. The alchemist, that electric energy coming in there, just let it happen. If you understand energy and Reiki and how to work with the energy centers within your body, hold on loosely but don't let go kind of comes through. That's how you need to be in this energy, okay? Because nothing's set in stone with you for at least 18 months to 2 years. So ride the waves, enjoy it every step of the way. I know my adventuring Saggies are always up for whatever comes your way. And I mean, that couldn't be a better mantra for you. Nothing's set in stone. Fantastic. Let the adventure begin. Right, Saggies? Okay, let's see who is next on my wheel. We've got Scorpio. Scorpio, this is taking place in your fifth house of joy, creativity, children, and the like. Let's see. But alas, we are reflecting back something that needs a clearing. You right there. Ooh, the moon. Fears. Clearing out some fears or not trusting our intuition. That's what I'm feeling for you, my lovely Scorpios, which doesn't surprise me. A lot of fears come up just in the Scorpio house in general, but this is related to your fifth house. Maybe you're not trusting your intuition, or there's some confusion around what brings you joy and happiness. And I say, Halamia, if that's getting cleared out, it's getting cleared out. It's got to go. No more clearing out subconscious blocks to letting that creativity and joy flow through us, to us, and out to others. Kind of love that. I do. Okay. How is Scorpio going to release these fears? Let's see. Wow, Knight of Swords. Listen, something has you driving forward towards success, okay? Communicating, being focused. You need to narrow down your goals and then, like a bullseye, charge straight at it, okay? Be daring. If there's some, like if you get an intuitive, like, okay, I'm coming through with creativity, not creativity, but children. And if something is being hidden in the relationship you have with a child and your intuition is telling you to dig deeper, boom, dig deeper now, okay? Let's see, if there is confusion or secrets centered, or let's just say there's confusion around a creative project, and you know, or it's complex, something about it is confusing and uncertain, then I think you want to step out of your intuition and try to get into your intellect, okay? And see if you can bullet point it or do something a little more intellectually task focused to kind of clear out that confusion. Mhm. We're going to release it by taking direct action. Plain and simple. So don't be afraid to take direct action, Scorpio. I know sometimes that's not always your modus operandi. You tend to love to work in the shadows and all of that, but this is a time where you need to be fast thinking and taking direct action when you get those intuitive hits, that a fear is coming up. We've got to squash it right when it happens. Okay, let's get a Moonology card for Scorpio. Could be how you talk to yourself. That came up just now, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe such and such happened, and I'm such an idiot. No, no. Thank you for that lesson. Thanks for showing me their true colors, and move on. Okay, kind of flip that script for yourself. Directly take action. Okay, so new moon in Aquarius, bring love into the situation. Wow. My Scorpios, okay, bringing love into the mix here. There we go. Get that focus for y'all. Lean into the Aquarius energy of hope and healing. Always, the universe is working everything out to your benefit. This love, bring love into the situation in that fifth house. I mean, what I'm hearing for Scorpios is that, yeah, Scorpios aren't always the most warm and fuzzy energy. Like, you don't always want to, oh yeah, I snuggled up with a Scorpio, but listen, you have such incredible deep energy that the transformation to bring love into that fifth house will emanate joy and transform how we see Scorpios going forward. That's just what I feel. The Scorpios are going to step out away from this hidden, dark, illusioned sign, excuse me, and have a direct impact on us all through love. Wow, I love that. Okay, Scorpio, good luck during this eclipse season. Come back and let us know how it goes for you. So Libra, my Libra, sixth house, house of health, service, daily activities, and the like. So Libra, it's a big one. I'm not really going to go into the bulk of the astrology, but this is a big one. So I want you to pay special attention to how you're feeling. And again, remember what I told you, apply the heart to the thoughts to transform it to the 7, the 5 to the 2. If you're having a negative thought right now, it can certainly manifest in the body in this Virgo time and this coming up in, you know, the Pisces 6-12 axis right now, the Pisces being in your 6th house. Certainly you can manifest illness very quickly right now. So be mindful of your thoughts. If you're having a negative thought, really ask your heart its opinion about it. Your heart is going to squash that thought for sure. Okay. And that's how you change that inner script. We always say drop into the heart, you know, take a deep breath. But if you've had a negative thought, you're having an ancient feeling, feeling panic or that shrillness of fear, what does my heart say about that? Oh, okay. Right. It's all made up. So not it's all made up, but my heart think that is ridiculous. So you ascend above the mundane thoughts, right? Okay. Ta-da. Okay. Enough of that. Which card wants to come out and give some advice to our lovely Libras? You right there. I keep staring at you. Woo! Ace of Swords. You're having a breakthrough. Bust and trail. A truth will be found out. I love this for you. Your shadow is reflecting back to you clearly, mental clarity. It's reflecting back to you a vision that's been brewing inside of you. Libra, I love this. A breakthrough is at hand. Well, what can we release to let this breakthrough happen? Why are we resisting a breakthrough? The fear. I mean, we were just talking about it. Okay, duh. I apologize. You. New beginnings with the Fool. Okay, well, we know how this goes. This is the beginning card of the tarot, the Fool. The breakthrough is at hand. Libra, step into it, one step in front of the other. Look at that gorgeous full moon in the background. This cycle will completely send you on a new trajectory if you take action in a leap of faith. Wow, new paths are opening for you in this time. And you just have to go for it. There's no other time. Go for it. That's what my guides are telling me. Let me get a Moonology card. I see one tucked under there. There you are. Full moon in Aries. Well, a fiery climax approaches. Isn't that interesting? Aries, your opposite sign, is it not, my darlings, my Aquarians? You need to step up and take some action. That's all. The universe is going to support you. The universe is waiting for you. Everything you need is going to unfold right before your feet when you take the first step. Okay, Libra. Wow. Nothing more we can say about that one. Okay, Virgo. This eclipse, partial lunar eclipse, is happening in your 7th house. So that is your house of one-to-one relating. Okay, me and you. Ooh, it's a big one, my Virgos. I have a Virgo moon here. I'm telling you, it's a big one. It likely has already, you've already had some indications as to how this is going to roll for you. But you've been here before. Like I said, 2015, 16, this happened. Opposite energies. 2005 and 6 has happened. Right, opposite energies. So you got this, my Virgos, but let's see, what is it? I see you that is being reflected back to you that needs clearing. Well, how am I not surprised? Virgos, get out your head. Okay. Worry gets you nowhere. You have got to let this, you know, I know the Hermit is kind of this isolated energy. I get it, but that energy also has akin to, well, I don't want to go there right now, but listen, I'm feeling like there is some paranoia. You're having some nightmares, all the details, the transformation, what's going to be required to make the shift. Again, in one-to-one relating, this could be thoughts that keep us isolated, keep us small. This is also relationships that nines are ends of cycles, but you know, we're having sleepless nights, we're worried about the details, and just really overthinking it. You've got to let that go, my Virgos. What do they need to release in order to stop this pattern of negative thinking that's keeping my Virgos up late at night? Let me see it. Ooh. Releasing control, Virgos. You can't control all the details. This is fated energy. I know you don't want to hear that, my loves, but it is. You have to let it happen. Okay, karma and unexpected events are coming. It's changes in your luck and destiny. These karmic patterns were seeded 18 and 19 years ago. So either you owe or you are owed in this cycle. And how does that look for manifesting? Not so much fun. You got to flip that. You've got to cut that shit off. Let me pull a Moonology card, see if we can get some advice from Moonology about how to do that. New moon in Scorpio. Just work through the fears. You got to work through them one at a time. So whenever I get this kind of message, I hear this. It's a country western song. I don't know who it is, but oh, I love it. Oh, it's Long Black Train. I think that's the name of the song. That just came into my head, and it's come up many times lately. And I've said it to many people. And the lyric goes something like, when you're going through hell, keep on going. Don't look back. You might get through before the devil even knows you're there. So work through your fears. Okay. You want to just one by one and march through them. Okay. This is my Saggy self giving you a pep talk here. One and done. Take one worry at a time and knock it out. Know that fate and luck and these cycle karmic changes are on your side. Now listen, when I said this was a cycle from 18 or 19 years ago, when you owe or are owed, the fact that you got the luck card, the Jupiter card, Jupiter's going to be expanding this for you, but you got to work through those fears. Don't take these fears into the next cycle. Okay, my Virgos, you can do it. You can do it. Leo, 8th house. Let's do it. Let's see. What is Leo? What is being reflected back? I'm going to take you right there. Whoa. Childhood, nostalgic, sentimental relationships or thoughts. This is 6 of Cups. Okay, my Leos. Releasing some attachment to the past that previously gave us joy. You know, this could be releasing. Okay, where are we at again? We're at 8th house. Oft. Yeah, there's a lot in the 8th house. Okay. The house of other people's money, people passing on, inheritance, taxes. So we are releasing some karmic kind of patterns tied to our family history, identity from family. Boy, that mirror just popped out at me. It is being reflected back at you, Leo. Okay. Releasing pain from childhood in this cycle, that would be welcomed, right? Wow, that would be a reunion with your true potential and joy by releasing hurts that may have happened when you were a child, or relationships that didn't work out, the one that got away, so to speak. Now would be a good time to really, if it's still coming up in your mind, you haven't fully released it, it's holding you back. Okay. You've got to let it go is what I'm hearing. So what's going to help my lovely Leos in releasing this? I see you. Ooh, Magician. Hello. Focused creativity. Leos, you've got everything you need. Look at that vortex swirling around you, as above, so below. Okay. I'm hearing get rooted in what the core of the desire is that you are trying to create. Your willpower and you're just destined right now to bring that forward. Really cutting that from the past. And look how that cup is directly over her heart. Okay. So cutting whatever that is, those from the past that's holding you back, whether it be something from your childhood home, like I said, the love that got away, something in those childhood memories is being released, and you get to manifest whatever you want. You're going to release it, if nothing else, through sheer willpower, Leo. I mean, that's what the magician is. Okay. Wow, I love it. Okay, a Moonology card for Leos. You wouldn't come out. I'll take you. Full moon in Capricorn, the end of a tough cycle. Well, there you go. Anytime we are letting go of things from our childhood, nostalgic, sentimental, those deep events that formed us, or so we think formed us, and letting that go, that is tough. But you are just about at the end of that, Leos. Do this last little bit of shadow work in this next 6 months, and I think you'll see when the nodes change, more luck is coming your way. Okay. Let's see, Cancer, you are up next. This is happening in your ninth house of our beliefs, higher education, and world travel, not just your local area, but out in the world. What is the shadow reflecting back to you that needs clearing? I like you, crooked one right there. Ooh, reflecting back, willpower and control through the Chariot. So, my Cancers, hello, this is your sign. This is your card. And it's the moon. Good Lord. You're going to be all up in your feels. Okay. Releasing. Okay. So integrating opposite forces working together is what I'm hearing. You're going to have success when you can transmute this control more into willpower. Okay. Then you can really control this Chariot with intuition and the reins, kind of like ebb and flow with it, rather than trying to well, like I said, I feel like you need to release this control over the opposing forces and let them come together in your, drop into the body would be very good for you. Let's see what the next card says about that. Let's see. All right, you slid out. Standing your ground with the 7 of Wands. Okay. So what I'm hearing is, can I get this to focus on the card? Oh, I'm not loving this new camera. There we go. Okay, hold it still. 9 of Wands, standing our ground, action and success in the Chariot card, which is your card, Cancer. So I'm hearing being determined to use the opposing forces. Being determined to use the opposing forces. The resilience to use the opposing forces. Yeah, it's perfect. You've got 3 wands on either side, right? And she is right in the middle with that 7th wand. Okay, and look at her guiding ahead. I love that. She's not going off the rails like some crazy train. okay, which is almost what that card looks like. It looks a little imbalanced. It looks like those horses are like, which way are we going? Nope. So setting your boundaries and staying resilient. And the Seven of Wands. I love that. Let me get a Moonology card, please, for my lovely Cancerians. I like you right there. New moon in Libra, a new romantic cycle begins. Is that true? Cancer? So, like I said, this is happening in your ninth house. A new romantic cycle begins. This could happen in higher learning. I see the scales there. That reminds me of the Justice card. It also reminds me of law and legality, which ninth house is ruled over through the sign of Sagittarius. So lots of intuitive hits coming in all of a sudden about this new romantic cycle. Something in the ninth house being balanced, you're going to stand firm. And in setting those boundaries and being clear about your direction in life, it brings in a new romantic partner. I love that. Could be a Sag, could be a Libra, new moon in Libra, right? Oh my gosh, and the next eclipse coming up in October. Okay, you pay attention, my lovely Cancerians. This is a very fated, destined time for you. And somehow in that ninth house is going to bring you a love connection through university, through travel. Get to it, get to it. Okay, Gemini, 10th house. This is your career, legacy out into the world. Oh, my hair, it just does whatever it does today. This is what it's doing now. It's in my face. Anyway, Gemini, 10th house. There you go. You right there. Four of Swords. Okay, it's reflecting back to you that what needs to be cleared is the self-protection. You're a little too guarded and a little too apathetic. This is just Libra energy, I believe it is. Air sign, because it is a sword, as I mentioned. So Geminis, it's hard to believe that you would be in solitude for too long, but maybe solitude with your thoughts is getting a little toxic and needs to go. I am hearing that. On the flip side of that, Geminis, you could stand to, if you have any resistance towards meditation, okay, I'm hearing that for some of you. You know, you've got the monkey mind, think you can't do it. Not true. Okay. How is Gemini going to release this? I'm feeling period of retreat in this shadow work. It's happening, like I said, in your 10th house of career. So if you started a new job, you know, you needed time to gather your thoughts about the job. If you're changing jobs, this has been a period of rest and relaxation before the next phase. It's all now coming to an end. What do we need to lean into? Okay. Celebrate. New collaborations are at hand, Saggy, just what you love, okay? So lean into anything that has shared joy, creativity, okay? Networking. That is fantastic. That is a really fantastic card for the energy to kind of embrace in the 10th house. Yeah, releasing this period of stagnation in the career, looking forward to new collaborations. or in your legacy in the world, okay? A circle of support if you've retired, establishing a new social routine, new groups, new activities, right? So that's wonderful. Give me a Moonology card. You're shadowed. Let's see what you are. Prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. My Saggies, look at that. Fire signs getting grounded. I really love that for you. So these new collaborations that are at hand in the Three of Cups are going to bring much prosperity for you over the next 18-month cycle. Enjoy that. Enjoy that. My Saggies, come back and tell us all about it. Almost to the end. I'm Saggies. Was I saying Saggy Gemini? Gemini. I probably said Saggy several times through there. I'm so sorry if I did, if that was confusing. That was for the sign of Gemini. My goodness, prosperity lies ahead for Gemini. Okay. Taurus. Taurus. What is Taurus need to know about the shadow and what it's clearing? Oh, divine love and deep soul connections. All right, my Tauruses, look. So this is happening in your 11th and your 5th house. Well, the 11th house for the purposes of just the eclipse. The 11th house is about our friendships, our collaborations. It is the house of networking and things like that. So these are, you know, the relationships we have by choice, really, kind of, I'm hearing. And some of those unions or some of those relationships we've just relied too heavily upon, and we love them, but we have to move on. There's some shift in the alignment of our values is what I'm hearing. And whether that's in, you know, that could be in a personal one-to-one relationship, but I'm hearing it's kind of with a job. I just now see the angels on the back of that gentleman. So, you know, something leveling up and someone is not, or it's not meeting your expectations anymore in that regard. Let me get a card for how we're going to release this through Queen of Wands with confidence. Okay. I love that for you. I will just say, Taurus, you know, you've got some funky squares with Mars, and this is in your 11th house. I want you to, and watch your words, okay? Remember what I said about this eclipse having legs. Queen of Wands can be super passionate, and you may say things that you just cannot take back, and you don't want to do that in this time. So you need to step into your independence, do step into that passion and determination of the Queen of Wands, and walk away from those relationships in your life where you're just not aligned in values anymore. Okay. Let's see, you right there, Moonology, new moon eclipse, expect a powerful change. Well, Queen of Wands is that. I mean, Queen of Wands walks into a room, everybody notices her for sure. Expect a powerful change, dear Taurians, in the 11th house. When you step into your independence and your self-assuredness. Okay, I know you're earth energy and you like to just not be as bold and fiery, but this is a time where it's going to benefit you. So step into it. Okay. Last but never least is my Aries. Here we go. Tower. Well, we are releasing, or what's being reflected back to us is our trauma, chaos, sudden change. Okay. That is what eclipses do. Hello. If you've been on this channel or on your path for a little while, towers are good. You need towers to keep you on your track, okay? And that's what eclipses do. If you have been off track, and apparently you are, Aries, this eclipse happening in your 12th house of spirituality. This is deep inward processing. This is religion. This is places we go for retreat. So something in there is just being blown up, or there's awakening. Ooh, that's what I'm hearing. Aries, yes, a huge spiritual awakening. Okay. Let's see. Don't fear the tower. You want to embrace the tower. It lassos you into the future, okay? If you stop resisting it. How are we going to release the resistance to the tower? Let me see. Queen of Swords. Again, a very similar energy to what Taurus just had. You're going to step into some independence. This, oh, I love it. What I just heard is this tower is like, you know how when there's a storm and that electricity happens from the lightning, clears the air. The air smells different. Like it's all neutralized. That is exactly what's going to happen. There will be direct communication, Hala Flick and Mia, within your soul. Okay. I love that for you. A 12th house radical shift, bringing clarity, intelligence, and independence in whatever 12th house area of your life that kind of is firing off. All right, give me one Moonology card, and then I think we're about done. You got North Node. Step out of your comfort zone, Aries. All right, normally that's not a problem for you, but for whatever reason, this tower I hear my guides telling me is really unsettling, okay? But whatever it was, it's constructive, okay? Whatever, like constructive criticism on whatever scale that tower happened for you, it's constructive, it's objective, and you just need to know that it's for your benefit. You get out of your own way, right? Step out of your comfort zone, Aries, and the North Node of fate and destiny is going to take care of the rest for you. I love that. I love that. Okay. So we have gone around the signs, Halamia. I hope that was helpful for everybody. Now for the few announcements I had spoken of. As I mentioned, we are a collective of 7 readers from Soulful Revolution who have locked arms and brought our gifts together in order to share them with you. And we bring daily content. Since there are 7 of us, we each take one day of the week and we bring a different message to you. We also do a live on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern. And we also do a live Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern. And now about the drawing. So once a month, we have a special episode on the 3rd Friday of every month. And during the airing of that episode, if you are a subscriber and you comment on that video, and for September, it's coming out this Friday, September 20th, your comment, your name is entered into a drawing for a free 30-minute reading. And we pick the name randomly of the viewer who has left a comment, a subscribed viewer who has left a comment, and we pick the name of the reader, one of 7 of us, who is going to read for you. So it only benefits you to subscribe to the channel. It costs you absolutely nothing, but oh my gosh, it benefits us in so many ways too. If this resonated for you, please like this video below. You have no idea what that does, that one little small act of giving back to us, how much it helps the algorithm. Let YouTube know that you like our content and it will share it out to other like-minded people. So lots happening on the channel. I'm looking forward to seeing all the changes that are going to transpire for everybody over this next eclipse season. And come back on Friday. I don't know what time you'll see this, but if you see it early enough, you can come back today, Monday, at 10 a.m. Eastern and catch the live with the ladies. If it's later in the day when you catch it on Monday, like I said, do your ritual work today. Chill and let the energy of the eclipse just kind of wash over you over the next couple of days. And then come back on Friday when we have the eclipse episode and get in there, leave a comment, and get in the drawing. Okay, we would love to read for you. So with that said, I'm going to sign off, y'all, and have a great rest of your day. Until next time, bye-bye.